Hi, I'm Jordan Bonnet, sophomore journalism media studies major here at Bennett College, and I have with me Kim Anno, an artist in several different mediums. Can you tell us what brought you here to Bennett College?
This is my first time coming to Bennett, and I must say I am thrilled and very moved to be around all the young African American women. It's very, very inspiring to me. I came to Bennett because Adam Carlin, who is a curator, invited me to come and do a project that was interactive with students at Bennett and also some of my own work. So it's this kind of toggle back and forth between working with people to create something new and also to offer something that I've done before.
Can you tell us a little bit about your project?
So this project is really looking at cultural resiliency in climate change era. So what I'm really concerned about is now that we've passed this time of 2 degrees above Celsius, that means that last year in 2015, the metadata shows that the entire global planet had the hottest year on record in the history of humankind. And that's a big deal. And I'm really interested in how young people are going to navigate this world that's going to be more difficult. And most of my work has been dealing with coastal areas, people that live in coastal areas, and what happens when sea level rises and enters the city. And in this case, I'm at Bennett just working with students to kind of think about the metaphoric reasons for climate change and the metaphoric cultural resiliency. So I decided to use Dante's Purgatorio, Canto 2, because Dante was really kind of a reformer in his time, which was in a medieval period. And he's really asking questions about society and psychology, not just religious ideals, but philosophic ideals, psychological ideals. What does reason mean? And what does a civil society look like now that the whole entire planet is shifting climate?
Can you tell us about your process?
So I've been going to the theater class, Tennille Faust's class, which is really fun. I hope it's fun for them. It's fun for me. We are reading a text, and I've adapted this Dante's Purgatorio Canto 2, and so we're reciting it, and hopefully we're going to be singing some of it. There's two singers who might be coming to do that. I have to rock and roll with it. Like, not everyone showed up today, so we had to fill in some other people. Um, that's okay. You know, it's sort of like something comes up and you just kind of like roll with it. You can't be perfectionist about it. When Adam was describing this idea of social practice, social art practice, it's really art that's created with a community. And in that elastic relationship comes something really special, something important, where culture is rubbing up against um, political ideals, social ideals. So I'm working with that class, and then Valerie Johnson's African American Women's Studies class. They're going to be sharing some poems or some writing that they think is really important. I asked them this question: if you were heard by the entire world for 1 minute, what would you say? And so they went back to their projects that they'd been working on and kind of pulled out quotes and poems. And Professor Johnson's going to read one of her poems, as is Faust. Tennille Faust is going to be performing a little bit for us too.
Okay, is this your favorite project to date?
Is this my favorite project? Every project is different, and it's really hard to decide what a favorite is, you know? I have to say, I'm very emotionally moved to be around all you young women. Like, you're super inspiring to me. I'm very sensitive to it. And so I feel kind of like I've never had this experience before. And I mean, I've worked with lots of people and a lot of young people in lots of different places. I worked in South Africa, in Durban, and in Miami, and in California. Has its own unique vision and place and energy. And so it's wonderful to see all of you guys here. And so it has a special place in my heart. Let's put it that way.
Okay, can you explain or elaborate more on contemporary artists and what you do?
Yes, contemporary art is not just about making objects, though the object making is important too. So we really never want to say it's either this or it's that. We really want to just draw our arms around everything and make a big elastic kind of relationship. So contemporary art is really both about how culture kind of like intersects with society. So at that place where people and society come together. For instance, music. I mean, if you think about how much music means to you, listening to your iPod and singing along with the music and dance, you think how happy that makes you feel. You know, like that's like a psychological happiness, a kind of joy. Art is like that. I mean, visual art is too, as is filmmaking. It inspires you to be and think somehow outside of your own sphere and to learn new things. And it doesn't have to be all positive too. I mean, there's like what we call a gestalt in psychology that somebody might understand. But art can also inspire something that is like a difficult memory or a kind of difficult feeling that you want to work through. Um, and that's good too. We need that too. We can't pretend that there aren't problems. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of issues, especially on race issues in America today, and both we're looking at our corrections and our police and our government officials, and we're trying to figure out how to make society right. I mean, it's right now not right, and we can do something about it. And what do we do? And my hope is that my art kind of inspires people to kind of think about their role